Okay, we're moving on to our last topic of the day, which is volume of a cylinder. And you can actually find the volume of a cylinder by using the same formula that we've been using already today, which is the area of the base times the height. But you might be thinking, what's the base of a cylinder? And a cylinder has two circles. Those are the bases. And then the height of the cylinder is the distance between those two bases, just like we've been talking about. It's the distance between the two circles. So here's a picture of this idea. We've got our base, which is a circle, which we'll need to find the area of that base, and then multiply it by the height of the cylinder. It doesn't matter if the cylinder is standing up or laying down on its side. The height is the distance between the two circles. Okay, so there's actually two different formulas. You can pick the one you like. We can either use that one we've been using, area of the base times the height, or you can choose to say, well, I know that my base is always going to be a circle on a cylinder. So my area of my base will always be pi r squared. And so you find the area of your base, which is a circle, pi r squared, and you multiply it by the height. So it's up to you which of those two formulas you prefer. But now you're ready for question 4 on your quiz. So you're going to need to pause the recording right here and complete question 4. And then come back and we'll do a couple practice problems on finding the volume of a cylinder. Okay, so here's our first example. I'm going to choose to use the one that already has the formula for the area of the circle in it, which is pi r squared. So I'm going to find pi times r squared. My radius for my circle is 5. So that's the number I'm going to plug in for r. My height is going to be 18. That's the distance between my two bases. And pi, we're just going to use the approximation 3.14. Okay, so I've plugged all of that in. We're going to do 5 squared because that's what we need to square. We only square the radius. We don't square the height. We don't square pi. We only square the radius. So when we use our order of operations correctly, we would need to do 5 squared first and then multiply our three numbers together. So that's important. We're only squaring the 5. And if we actually multiply those three numbers together, we end up with 1,413 cubic centimeters, or if you'd rather, you can write centimeters cubed. Either one of those units would work. Okay, so we have one more, and this one I'd like you to try it out. Pause the recording and then check your answer once you're ready. Okay, now I'm hoping you wrote your work down so that you can check your work here with this. You found the area of the base, which was a circle, so you had to do pi r squared. 7 squared is 49, and then you multiply that by pi. And then at the end, we're going to multiply it by 12, which is the height of this cylinder. So we end up with 1,846.32 approximately, because pi was an approximation. And our units are centimeters cubed. If you didn't write your units, you should have. So you want to always be trying to practice writing down your units and getting the correct units. So make sure to do that. Okay? And that's it for today's lesson. You can go ahead and complete question 5 on your quiz, and then you will be done. And as always, if you have questions, feel free to let me know or come to our next Q&A session. I'd love to work with you.